everyone, it's JoJo from Mojo Jojo Plans, and today I'm going to be showing you step by step how to make and cut and use some personalized classic size Happy Planner discs. Today I'm going to be making them out of vinyl, so if this video does really well, I will be more happy to show you how to do this on sticker paper, because I know that'll be a lot easier for a lot of people that don't have a cutting machine. I'm using my Cricut, so I will be using Cricut Design Space to show you how to make these. But like I said, if this does well and if I get a lot of feedback of wanting it on stickers, then I'm more than happy to show you that way, because there are definitely some ways that you can get those cut out without having to use a machine. So we're going to go ahead and jump into here. Again, I am in Cricut Design Space, and I'm going to do my best to just show you the way I made mine to decorate like my little Cricut. So first things first, because I'm OCD and I don't like the white background, I'm going to change my background to a different color. It just is easier for my brain to see what's going on. Sometimes you don't have to do this. You could skip this step. I just like doing it. So I'm going to change my background to purple just because I want to. I'm going to go over to the left side of my screen, and you can see all these cute little icons. And there's one over here that says shapes, and I'm going to click onto the circle. Once I click that, it's going to load for a few seconds because my computer is slow. But then a little circle is going to appear on my screen. There it is. And it is huge. It is way too big. So I need to measure this down. So a classic size disc is about 1.25, I believe. So I'm going to type that in, and because it's a circle, it's going to make, you know, my width and my height the same, because again, it's a circle. So that is the outside of my circle. I'm going to go over to this other side on the right side, and there's the duplicate button. I'm going to click that, and I'm going to make another circle that same exact size. So it's the exact same thing. With this one, I am going to make a little bit of a smaller circle because I want to get that little rim that we have on our discs, but it's kind of hard when it's flat. So I want to create like that little rim type look with this. So I'm going to make this disc just ever so slightly smaller. I'm going to go back up to the top where it says size, and let's change this to 1.15. and see what that looks like. So I'm going to put that on top, try and just get it centered just a little bit. Once I'm there, I'm just going to change the color so it's just a little bit easier for you to see. So I centered it. Then I'm going to select all of this. So zooming in so we can see just a little bit better, but I'm going to select both of those circles, and you can just like drag and click around, you know, around all of it, and it'll select both of them. And down at my bottom right hand corner, there is a button that says slice. So I'm gonna go and click that button. There we go. And what that button does is it cuts out that circle out of my other one. So you can see now I just have like an outside, and then I have the piece that was in it, and then this is the second circle that I used to cut that out, and it could fit in there perfectly. So now that I have my little, like, that's say my like ledge of my disc, I'm going to go back and I'm going to select this one, and I need to make that one a little bit smaller now to be my inside disc. So I'm going to go up and I'm going to try 1.10 on the size and just see, zooming in. So you can see there's a little bit of a ledge. It's definitely, that's going to be hard like when we cut it out to weed it. So, but I mean, it looks okay. So let's leave it for now, and we'll come back to it and make it a little smaller later. But I'm going to add a heart. So I just went to that shapes again, and I'm adding a heart. As you can see, it's way too big. And so same thing, I'm just going to use the little arrows, and I'm going to shrink this down just to a size I think that looks cute in this circle, and kind of center it as best I can within that little circle. I know you could use like the align and like arrange buttons, but I'm just, you know, going with my own eyes, hoping that I get this as centered as I want it to be. Then I'm going to select both of those things. So I have my circle and my heart selected, and I'm going to go back to that slice button again down at the bottom right hand corner, and that's going to slice that heart out of that circle. I get all of those cuts in there. I have, I have the little lines in there, as well as I have the heart. So those are all the things that the Cricut is going to cut out for me. So there will be no more vinyl, and I'll just be left with the outside and the inside and the little heart. I'm just going to go in. So like I said earlier, I want that to be a little bit more, I want to be able to see that ledge a little bit more. So I made the inside just a little bit. So I'm doing 1.05 on here and just making it a little bit smaller because I really want to be able to see that ledge a lot better. And then I'm going to select everything, go to my right, and group it all together so I can easily just move it all around as one piece. Super easy. So there we go. So that is my disc. It's made. It's done. That's all I need. Now I just have to decide my colors. I got to make a couple more so that way I can cut out more than one at a time. But other than that, it's real easy. So the next thing that you would want to do is, after doing that, is down at the bottom right hand corner, there's also a button down there next to the slice that says weld, and you would want to weld all of this together so it cuts as one piece. So right now I'm just duplicating everything, and I haven't welded any of these yet. I definitely should have done that before I did this, but I forgot. But you will want to go and weld, and it probably would be easier to do it before you duplicate them, and then you could, do all this step afterwards. I just completely forgot until like way after. Because if you look over on the right hand side, where you can see it shows the outside circle and then it shows an inside, it shows two different circles. So once you click weld, it'll show it as one circle. So right now I'm just selecting some different colors. I'm gonna pick some vinyl colors that I know I have. You don't have to have the exact colors that you're picking. Like I'm picking purple, but I could put down yellow vinyl if I wanted to. I'm picking purple and blue. So I'm just going in, and now you can see all over to the right, I had welded them in between this because I realized I didn't weld. So now you can see it's showing each of those discs as just one rather than each of them having two different little pictures, and it says weld results. So you can see that I welded it. But again, whatever color vinyls work. I could even put hollow down and just do both of these in hollow if I wanted to, which isn't a bad idea if I do say so myself. But I'm not going to do hollow today. Okay, so I'm just going to go to that top button that says make it. It's the big green button in the top right hand corner. I'm going to click that, and it's going to get a little bit, take a minute, but it's going to load all my mats on here, and you can see it has two different mats because I chose two different colors of vinyl that I want to do. So I have a blue mat, and then I have a purple mat. I'm going to move my purple discs. It gives you the option to move them. I'm going to move them over to the other side so I can just stick both of these colors on one mat rather than pulling out two mats to put these on, because I don't have time for that, and I don't even think I have another mat. So that way, on my left side, the blue will cut out, and then on the right side, the purple will cut out. Okay, so I am over at my desk now. I have my mat here. It's all prepped and ready to go. Here's the blue, and then here is the purple. I chose a lighter purple because I think I already did this in a dark purple. So now I'm going to take you over to my Cricut so that way we can see how this cuts out. I gotta plug in my computer and all of that fun stuff so that way we can see that. But this is my mat. I got my mat off of Amazon. I really like it because it's clear. I just thought that was pretty cool because I really am not a fan of the green mats. It does the same thing for me though, and it's a lot cheaper. So I will make sure to link this down below if you haven't seen these mats before. I like them and I haven't had any problems with them at all. But let's go ahead and go over to my Cricut and we'll watch these get cut out. Okay, so we are at my Cricut. It's open, it's on, it's ready to go. I have my blinky light that's telling me it's ready to load. Before I do that, I did make sure that I put this on Vinyl Plus just so I can make sure it goes all the way through. I know I technically don't need to do that, but I also don't remember how recent the blade in here is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick my mat in, slide it in here, make sure it's nice and even. Make sure we're in here nice and set. And I'm going to click this little arrow over here to my right. And it's going to pull in my, my little mat. And we're going to push the C, otherwise has like the cut button here. And I'm going to click that. And it's going to get to work. Awesome. All right, super simple cut. So it's really hard to see, I realize, because of the glare. I'm trying to, like, you can kind of see the cut lines, but it's making me click this again. So I'm going to click it because I got to pull it out. Then I'm just going to click that once my computer loads and registers that I have another cut to do. I will click it again to let this mat go back in. And then I'll click that C button again, and it's going to go over to my purple now, and it's going to cut the discs on that side. Okay, and it is all done, so I'll click the arrow, pull it out, and that is it for cutting. Okay, so now I am back over at my desk, and now it is time to weed these. So I'm going to actually trim off the extra vinyl that it didn't cut, because I did a little bit more just to make sure I had the right amount, but I can use these for more discs. I can use them for probably mini discs, so no scraps left wasted. I'll put these aside for another project. And then here I have my discs. So this is a little weeding tool. So now I just need to weed this out. It's just a little pen that has a sharp little needle. So basically I'm going to take out the outside because I don't need that. And I'll just do that on both. That's the easiest step. Step 1, take off the outsides. Super easy. As long as my blade was good, it should pull off with no problem. If my blade needed to be changed, it probably would have had some trouble. We'll see how the rest of this goes. So I don't need the hearts. You could always pull them out and then like set them aside for something else, I guess, if you wanted to reuse these cute little hearts, because they are pretty cute. I don't really want them to go to waste. Take out the heart, and then I'm going to take out this little, that little inside circle that we made. Right? So there we go. There's that little circle that we don't need. So I'm going to just take that out on all of them. And make sure that my outside circle is staying intact. There we go, and there's our little disc. So easy. I love it. All right, I'm going to do the same over on my purple side. Weed out those hearts because I don't need them. Even though if you wanted to, you could definitely use them for something, I'm sure. And then I will just take out that inner circle. So easy. And there we go, you guys. So we have our classic size. Let's get a little disc here. Let's get our classic size disc size comparison. So they're pretty close. Definitely the internet lied. They are pretty close. Honestly, this could probably fit really well like on the inside of it. It's like pretty close. I'm glad I picked a see-through. The heart is a little bit smaller on the actual disc, but for the most part, it's really, really close in size. So I'll take that as a win. All you'll need to do is add some transfer tape. I use some stuff from the dollar store actually to transfer this, and then you can stick it on literally anything you want and have little discs everywhere. But hopefully this video was helpful for you. If you liked it a lot, then I can definitely do this for how to make a little sticker sheet, because I know that'll definitely be easier for a lot of people, and there are definitely ways to cut those out, as well as like using little Fiskar punches or anything like that in order to punch them out. So that is definitely an option to do a video for that if that's something you would like to see. If you liked the Cricut version, I can do it for like a sticker version on how you can cut it. And maybe even if I can get a hold of a punch that's a good size, get you a punch, so that way if you don't have a Cricut machine, that you're easily able to do like a little sticker and just cut it out with like the punch, and instead of like hand cutting a circle, because we all know cutting out a circle does not work very well freehand, at least not for me. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video and just a little how to make your own little disc vinyl stickers. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I hope I'll see you in my next one. Bye!